So let's check out what is so crazy about this trailer. It's only 3 minutes long, so let's see what all the hoopla is about right now. I hope the audio is good. I kind of fucked with it a little bit before. It's got like weird like
We're
satellite
close to
arrays.
Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Built by From Software.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device.
Cerebral coral control device. Are we like prisoners in this one? Like, is it some like Warhammer kind of thing? Because normally we're mercenaries. Oh, I gotta look at this. That's a really cool map. Look like all the detail up here. And they're adding the jetpacks and the flying to this one a lot. Oh wow. This one, yeah, this area would be really cool to explore. Ooh. It's interesting having windmills in like a snowy area. Although I guess you could. That's probably what they do in Antarctica and stuff like that. This area, or let me go back to that. This area is probably massive. Like this looks like it would be have like people. I bet you this is absolutely massive. Like your robot could walk on this and it's gonna be like a giant 50-foot tall robot just standing on this platform in the middle. Hello. Oh, there it is.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
We're augmented humans? Oh fuck. It's like I like that dodging mechanic. Sorry, was that like a boss fight? Was that like a giant? That is a giant mech. That we're like actually, it looked like we were actually fighting it. Okay, yeah, this looks like Armored Core. Is that a shield? Okay, these aren't other mech fights though. Yeah, these are just normal like PvE. One of the things I always liked doing in like old Armored Core games was the going through you like arenas where you could fight through like different pilots. I liked doing that, and I really hope that this game actually has some PvP. Just because that seems like the direction From Software would probably take it, and it's being directed by the same guy who made all the Dark Souls. Like a giant whip. Hello. Oh, we got an ultimate. Fuck yeah. Like the skinny leg.
One of the infamous Handler Walter's hounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
Call sign Raven. Priority subject for termination. High on
Okay,
the
so
list.
there's some PvP going on.
A coral response from
It
the
looks like-
generator. Watch out.
What?
Why hide
That has to be
behind
another
another's call
ultimate.
sign?
Let's see how far they can fly. On borrowed wings.
Fuck yes. August. Okay, so we now know it's called Fires of Rubicon. We knew it was Armored Core 6. Hell yeah. So like at the end there, it looked like there was potentially some PvP. It could also just be us this wait, is it right here where like the
Why
guy
hide behind another's call sign?
it was right before that. Right here. This so we see this and we see another like earlier we see the giant like electric shock thing. So I'm thinking they're adding ultimates, which would be fucking cool. But yeah, like right around here, it looks like, so this looks like it's supposed to be like 2 players fighting this thing. this might just be an ally in the story, right? But I'm hoping it's you can, like how Dark Souls kind of works. You can call in like a second player and like help you out. That seems like it'd be really cool. 2-player story. And then
Call sign Raven.
right here, it's 2 different mechs fighting. Call sign Raven, I like that. The Raven has been a part of that was Armored Core 3, was really about like I think Raven was like the main character or something like that. It's been so long since I played an Armored Core. But the there's always been mech versus mech fighting, besides just like the big robots. There's been like the actual armored cores versus armored cores, so that's really exciting. But I really hope that we can do some PvP as well.
Priority subject for termination. High
Like
on the
right
list.
here, that one scene looked very much like it would be like PvP. I'm super excited for this. When's this thing it's going to come out? 25th. So digital deluxe edition. So wait, not digital. Deluxe edition comes with art book and soundtrack. Yeah. PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Steam. August 25th. Here's the collector's edition. Oh, you get like a mount with an armored core. Nice. I thought this was like the Destiny symbol right here for a second. A lot of these, the symbols, I played Armored Core way before I played Destiny, but for some reason I was picking up like the Destiny factions when I looked at these for a second, for some stupid reason. But once I thought about it for a second, I think of the Armored Core like faction things. I like this case design too, the metal case and that artwork. Really makes me think of like old Gundam. Oh, wow. Hold on, wait. So there's a deluxe edition physical and there's a premium deluxe. So this is the collector's edition. It comes with the stand. It comes with the art book, the soundtrack, pin badges, stickers, the game in a metal case, steelbook. And then it has an even bigger one. It has everything else the same, it looks like. Except it has a figurine garage. So it has a whole like stand and stuff. How much does that cost extra though? Because that'd be cool. I don't have room for it. I like how it asked me to watch a Among Us video. That's funny. What's this? From Software Speaks. It's 11 minutes. Oh. Okay.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
What's up, everyone? My name is Mitchell
nice.
Saltzman, and today I'm joined remotely all the way from Japan by producer Yasunori Ogura to talk all about Armored Core 6. How are you?
I didn't know there was an interview.
Hi there, I'm great, thank you. I'm Yasunori Ogura from Software, producer on Armored Core 6. It's great to be here.
How long has Armored Core 6 been in development, and what has it been like for From Software to return to this franchise that was such a big part of the company for such a long time?
So we have been
Oh, I didn't even read the chat. I didn't realize anyone was in chat right now. Why isn't my chat showing? Oh, it is. I didn't realize it wasn't showing on screen. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they would have co-op. Like, so Armored Core 3, I didn't really have a friend to play with, I guess. I don't remember there being co-op. But what I'm hoping for is like PvP. I'm hoping for something like Dark Souls-ish or like Elden Ring-ish. Thank you for the resubscription for 2 months. Woo, we've been affiliate for 1 month. Hell yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I want to, yeah, let's look up what was the Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon Premium Edition. How much is the $230? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I need to up my sub badges. I know you sent me the other colors. I just forgot to do it. I'll do it tonight. Yeah, $230 for the. Wait. There's a $450 collector's edition. Oh wait, this is wrong. Because Gamers Radar says $230 is the premium, and GameSpot says it's a $450 version. What? Okay, we need to go to the actual Bandai to see the actual costs. Go away. Go away. Fires of Rubicon. I'm kind of surprised we're in Rubicon. We're on Rubicon. Because isn't most of the Armored Core take place out of our galaxy? Or like out of our solar system? The last one for answers is the only one that had PvP. Oh, and 5? Yeah, but I mean, Hayao Miyazaki's making this one. Is it Hayao? Wait. That's right? Hayao Miyazaki? That's the director for Elden Ring and Dark Souls 1 and 3? I know it's Miyazaki. I can't remember his first name. I think Hayao Miyazaki's the Studio Ghibli one. I can't remember his first name, though. The From Software one. Join the wait list. That's all it says. So it doesn't say exclusive editions. Yeah. Okay. Pre-order the collector. Okay, so collectors is $230. Where's the premium? And what's the difference between this one and this one? What the heck? They're just place the same thing. Where's also I didn't know about a new Dragon Ball game. Oh, is this the horror one? It's probably the horror game one. Here it is. Yep, $450 for the premium. Oh my god. That's crazy. I mean, how big? 32 centimeters. How big is 32 centimeters? I only speak freedom units. I don't know how to measure that. 32 centimeters to inches. So it's a foot. It's a foot long. It's a little over a foot long. That's a pretty big diorama. That? Yeah. That's a pretty big diorama. But here, let's watch the producer talking about it.
Cultivating development staff through our experience with recent titles, and there were many members of staff, including Miyazaki and myself, who've wanted to make a new Armored Core game for a long time. So really, not making a new Armored Core was never really an option. It was a case of when rather than if. As to the game's direction and development, in around 2018, Miyazaki and some core members of the team began initial direction and forming the basic core concept of AC6. And
so one thing that's really interesting is Miyazaki has been like the director for every single From Software game that has made them all their money. Pretty much has been like their big titles. They've all been Miyazaki games. So it kind of holds the same kind of tell as like Capcom to Kojima, right? With Silent Hill and different games like that. Like they're always Kojima games. But then when Kojima made his own games, he wanted to do some kind of weird stuff. I've never played Death Stranding. I've heard what the fuck is that? I've heard some goods, some bad, and a lot of it's weird. So I wonder how Miyazaki would be if like he went on his own. But I think From Software gives him pretty much free reign of his games though. So I don't think we would have that. He already did all his weird in Bloodborne. So which we all want another one of that.
And after prototyping was complete, our director Yamamura took over on the project. However, as you know, we have several projects going on at the
so Miyazaki started it and then Yamamura finished it. That'll be interesting.
same time within the company, so we had to get an ideal allocation of resources. We had to get the right staff on board, which
because Miyazaki was probably focusing on Elden Ring.
Resulted in a slightly longer wait, but we're happy to finally bring a new Armored Core to our fans.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the story of Armored Core 6 and whether newcomers will be able to jump right into this entry if they haven't played any of the other ones?
This is a brand new story and has no direct link to previous titles. AC6 takes place in a future where interstellar travel is commonplace, not on Earth, but on a fictional planet in a distant star system called Rubicon 3. Rubicon is a devastated planet.
Okay, it's Rubicon 3. That's what I was like wondering, because I believed most armored cores took place on planets outside of our solar system, and Rubicon is one of the moons of Mars, I think. It's a moon in our solar system, I know that. So I found it weird that we were in our solar system, but I guess we're not.
Planet that was razed to ash in a great disaster caused by the outbreak of a mysterious new substance called coral.
Activating cerebral coral control device.
Nope, all on Earth? Really? I thought they like all took place off Earth. What? I thought they were all like on alternate planets outside our solar system. Even like, huh? That's interesting. I swear. I mean, I've really only played 3, and I think I've touched a few of the other ones, but I played the crap out of 3.
Which occurred half a century before the events of the game take place. At the outset of the game and the story, the player learns that coral, which was thought lost in this great disaster, has been rediscovered.
I mean, to be fair, if we had mech technology, we're not too far away from... If we had the technology for armored cores and stuff like that and we wanted to, we're not that far off from having armored core universe right now.
And extraterrestrial corporate forces have begun an invasion race to acquire the rights to this mysterious and powerful new substance. So they are at conflict with the indigenous forces who are resisting their invasion on the planet Rubicon. And the player, as a lone independent mercenary and AC pilot, is thrust into this Rubicon war for coral. So although AC6...
So we are still a mercenary, but they did call us superhuman in the new trailer as well.
6 is a numbered title. The setting and story are completely new, and we believe it makes a great first entry into the series for newcomers and old fans alike.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
So let's talk a little bit about Rubicon as a setting. Is there anything that's unique about the planet that will allow for kind of unique mission structure?
It's apparently on fire.
People haven't seen in the Armored Core series previously.
There are 2 things we'd like to convey to both newcomers and old hands to the series. Armored Core offers 2 unique game experiences. First is this dynamic, 3-dimensional action that can only be achieved with mechs. And the second is the ability to customize your own personal AC by combining multiple parts and decorating it to your liking with
AC customization is always so good.
Decals and the like. So these player-assembled, player-controlled ACs.
I still think it's super cool. Like right there, we saw the mech had a shield. Right here.
Liking with
like right here, you can see like he drops a shield in front of it. That's super cool.
Player-assembled, player-controlled ACs are able to fly freely through the air and handle multiple weapons simultaneously and turn on a dime, dash in different directions at once. This makes for a dynamic and very aggressive combat style that makes full use of the 3-dimensional space, and we feel that this has always been an appeal of the Armored Core series and is an appeal of the mech action genre.
For die-hard Armored Core fans, what are the elements of Armored Core 6?
I definitely feel like the fast movements of Armored Core are like one of the reasons why I don't really like a lot of Gundam games is they're always so freaking slow on like moving and turning generally, and Armored Core is really fast.
That those hardcore fans are going to find appealing about this game.
With AC6, one area we focused on was to make sure that the customization aspect is not just about parameters going up and down and numerical values changing, but how these changes are reflected in the feel of the action as much as possible. In particular, the leg parts, which control the AC's movement, you might have a tank type legs that can perform drift turns, and this changes the very basic behavior and traversal type of the AC. We also made sure that the behavior of weapons, such as the way they shoot, how they recoil, how their projectiles behave.
We all know fashion is always the true end game, so if it's Elden Bling and stuff like that, what's Armored Core gonna be? I can't think of anything for like armored and then like a fashion, like something for fashion where it goes with core. Armored fashion. So far, this looks a little slower than 4 for answers.
We tried to make sure that this all makes a big difference.
I mean, it still looks pretty fast. And we have ultimates, so fuck
speaking
yeah.
a little bit about that customization,
We can be a little
Armored
slower.
Core games have a bit of a reputation for being very complex with main stats to consider, parts to swap in and out. Is there anything else that you guys are planning on doing with Armored Core 6 to make it a little more approachable for newcomers who might not be used to that level of
Was 4 for answers just too fucking fast? Essentially, like how like I don't like Monster Hunter Rise because I felt like World had like just the right speed, and 4 for answers was just a little too fast. Essentially,
complexity?
As you mentioned, Armored Core has always been a game with many parameters and is a game where you can enjoy the complexity and depth it offers, but we feel it's also a game where you can
your camera
enjoy
couldn't keep
simply
up
by
fast. Yeah,
assembling your AC without thinking too deeply about it, and adjust the
that does seem like a little
appearance
too
to your
much.
liking and simply get out there and pilot it and take it into combat. That said, in regard to new players, we've taken careful steps with the onboarding and level design in the early stages of the game, so that players can deepen their understanding step by step, little by little, and work their way into that fun of the more complex parts. We've also prepared a training simulator where the player can learn the basics of action and assembly using sample ACs, and we've also tried to make the controls more intuitive. So
okay, yeah. So like the training area kind of sounds like the arenas. I'm sure they're gonna have like an arena function with it as well, because like every Armored Core has like some like kind of tournament arena where you can fight through different Armored Cores and like different pilots.
we hope that those who have no experience with the series will feel free to enter and enjoy the feel of
Or most
piloting
of them
their
did, I
very
think.
own Armored
Not all of them.
Are there any lessons that you guys have learned over the many years you spent developing the Souls games that you take into the development of Armored Core 6, even though they're kind of two very different genres?
Armored Core 6 is an attempt to take both the knowledge and experience gained from the development of our previous titles and combine it with the fun of mech customization that the AC series has always embraced. And in this sense, we hope to create a new mech action game that is worthy of modern From Software standards.
I'm super excited for a lot of the things I'm seeing. Like we could see that guy essentially had like a freaking like rocket powered fist punch, so there's like a melee built in. I mean, like Armored Core has had like the Moonlight Greatsword before, was included in most of the Armored Cores. Then there's there's been some melee, but like it looks like they're adding the melee back in. There's ultimates there. I can see the shoulder cannons, the dual wielding left right guns. This guy's got freaking Gatlings on like both arms, and this is like a mech inside of a tank. So this might be like some kind of ultimate or transformation you can do, or maybe there's certain missions you can do where you just insert your Armored Core into a tank.
Specifically, we're developing this game with an awareness of the things that From Software has always embraced in its other action games, such as a intricate map structure, combat design that allows players to deal with enemies by carefully observing their movements, and the ability to overcome challenging situations with ingenuity and creativity. These are all, of course, things we've kept in mind with AC6 as well. However, as you mentioned, the basic format and genre of Armored Core is completely different from games in, for instance, the Souls lineage, so there are no aspects of the game mechanics or gameplay that can be directly observed.
You ready to climb the wall?
Can you talk a little bit about your goals with the combat design, and are there any kind of mechanics that players should know about that perhaps didn't exist in previous Armored Core games?
In terms of points we focused on this time
New
around,
things.
I would say that individuality of the melee weapons is one of the key points.
That's what I was just talking about. Like it seemed like there was going to be more melee weapons.
Armored Core is mainly a shooting game at heart, and that's exactly why we had this policy of having more unique melee weapons this time around. So in addition to the well-known pile bunker and the cluster bomb launcher that you might have seen in the trailer, there are also a variety of weapons with different animations and more unconventional characteristics.
Yeah, that like whip
such
was
as a
interesting.
chainsaw and a laser lance and things like this. In the trailer, you may have also seen a part where the core is deployed by an AC to generate a shockwave, and the pile bunker is then used against an opponent who is reeling back from this shockwave.
So ultimate use stun and then melee.
This kind of building combos with multiple weapons aspect is an appeal of AC6's unique assembly and combat, and we hope the players will enjoy using their creativity and asking themselves, what combination of weapons can I use to create my ideal combo attacks and secure victory?
So is there any one new thing, whether it's a mechanic or a mech part or a weapon, that you're particularly proud of and are excited for players to experience in Armored Core 6?
I'd like players to mostly look forward to something we touched on earlier, which is this using their ingenuity and creativity to create a combination of their own making, and a combination of the various parts and weapons at their disposal. So, for example, they might be dashing across the battlefield while shooting ballistic weapons and letting missiles fly in every which direction. These missiles will connect with their enemy, knock them off balance, and then they'll use their assault boost to dash in with a quick burst of speed and finish with a melee strike.
I do
This
always
kind
like
of
all the
player-created
customization
combo.
that Armored Core has. Like the different legs you have, the different arms you have, the different head you have. Every single weapon is swappable. You have two shoulders, right? So there's two different shoulder weapons. You have two hands. There's two different hand weapons. I think sometimes you can even go for 4 hands. But it has like some drawbacks. There's tracked legs. There's hover legs. There's actual just walking legs. It's all, and there's different head pieces, different HUDs. I know like a lot of people that's one of the reasons why a lot of people liked Nier, and we're gonna be playing Nier Automata pretty soon. Was like all the customization you could do, and like you could change your HUD you could like give up certain like aspects for your chips to have more customization, I guess. And I know Armored Core does the same thing, which I'm super excited for, and just seeing like how far you can push different things.
And their own unique
Where did the sound go?
combination of weaponry and mobility will allow.
You guys can still hear the sound. I can't. What the heck? Where did my sound go?
For this new
There you go. Now I can hear it. That was weird.
offensive style of AC combat, and we hope this is something that reinvigorates the series and that new and old fans alike can enjoy.
Multiplayer has always been a big part of the Armored Core series. Is there anything you can tell us about multiplayer in Armored Core 6?
Ooh.
So I believe ACV was more focused on multiplayer as the last title in the series, but first of all, the main content of AC6 is positioned as single-player campaign mode where you progress through a more traditional mission structure. There will be an online PvP mode where players can compete against each other with ACs they have built and share their AC data and emblems of their own making with
So single player plus PvP arena.
other users. But first and foremost, the story missions in AC6 are single player only. We would like players to go in there, become the lone mercenary lifestyle, and enjoy this aspect of the game.
Okay, I like that.
Foremost. We do hope to share more details about the online aspect at a later date, so please stay tuned for that.
I honestly wouldn't have minded
How far they can fly.
either way if it was like multiplayer story or single player story.
On borrowed wings.
All right, well, that about wraps it up. Ogura-san, thank you so much for your time.
Well, fuck yes, I cannot wait. Cannot wait for Armored Core 6. Heck yeah. That's gonna be crazy when it comes out. Close everything. I gotta open Elden Ring now. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to get it and definitely gonna need to play it. Now the real question is, do I get it on Steam or do I get it on the PlayStation? I'm probably gonna have to get it on Steam. So we're gonna be going over to Elden Ring now. I need to update my thing. I'm gonna take a minute because I forgot to send a work email. So I'm gonna go do that right now. This is like loading up and stuff. And then let me change what I'm – category. There we go. and I'll be right back.